Dickinson County, Iowa, a group of landowners are standing firm on property rights and against Summit Solutions pipeline project. KTIV's Katie Koppel has more on that story.
Tucked away in northwest Iowa near the Minnesota state line sits Spirit Lake, Iowa. This tourist hotspot is swimming with locals and travelers every summer. But soon it'll be home to a carbon pipeline too.
They're putting me in danger. They're putting my granddaughter in danger.
Alan Hagedorn lives near Big Spirit Lake. He's one of a handful of residents fighting against Summit Carbon Solutions to keep the proposed carbon capture pipeline off of the property. Vicki Beck has been fighting for 2 years.
I'm worried about the watershed being this close to the lake.
They are a part of a group of landowners in Dickinson County who say the company and the Iowa Utilities Board, who grant the permit for the project, are not listening to their concerns.
It's going to go across the county tiles, and it's going into the watershed, and it will kill the wildlife in the reserves between here and the lake. All of Spirit Lake and Orleans, they get their water from the Big Spirit. That's huge.
The pipeline is probably very couple hundred feet, if not going right through the middle of our house.
Kayla Corcoran and her husband moved their young family back to Spirit Lake.
And we were able to purchase that from my great aunt, and my dad is the tenant on that farmland or surrounding it, so it's precious.
The pipeline is mapped to go through their property, close to the home they are building.
The Utilities Board actually brought up our property when they were testifying, and we didn't hear anything from them until like a couple days after.
Not only are they fighting for rights to their own property, but they are fighting for their health and safety.
My real concern is the endangerment of it. Why should anybody be put in an endangered situation?
And that worry is taking its toll.
You wake up worrying about it, you go to bed worrying about it. It's just coming at you, and you feel like there's nothing you can do.
Reporting in Spirit Lake, Iowa with Chief Videographer Acacia Phillips, Katie Koppel, KTIV News 4.